You're watching Current River Broadcasting live on YouTube, your home for Doniphan High School sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by our following sponsors: Davis True Value, Mathis Timber, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, Current River Ford, Davis Sawmill, Countryside Chevy, and Hometown Pharmacy. Here's Keith Bowen with tonight's play-by-play of Doniphan basketball.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Bill Elbright Gymnasium for another night of Doniphan Donettes basketball here on Current River Broadcasting. We're glad you've tuned in tonight. We're getting set for JV action here in about a minute and a half. We'll have the starters coming up for you. The Greenville Lady Bears in town tonight. We first thought we were only going to have a half of a JV game, but they decided to go ahead and play a whole JV game, so we'll have two full games for you tonight. And before I forget, I want to mention this right off the bat. Tomorrow night, we've kind of got a special treat. The girls were scheduled to go to Lesterville tomorrow night, but that game got canceled. And they searched around and they found an opponent to play tomorrow night, and they're playing the game here. So we'll have a game for you tomorrow night. It'll just be one game only, varsity game, starting about 6:30. The opponent is the Eminence Lady Red Wings. And a lot of you probably know the head coach up there is Jimbo Blackwell, who coached here for many, many years. They're going to have a little, I don't know what you want to call it, a little special occasion thing for Jimbo before the game starts at 6 o'clock. And then the kids will get on the floor after that, get warmed up, and we'll have the game about 6:30. But be a kind of a homecoming of sorts for Jimbo to come back here. This is his last season. He is going to retire at the end of this year. So we're looking for a packed house tomorrow night. We'll give you the starters for Greenville's JV. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. Mackenzie Hill, a 5'4" sophomore. Laramie Blackburn, a 5'3" sophomore. Natalie Miller, a 5'7" sophomore. Destiny DeWitt, a 5'8" sophomore. And Abby Fox, a 5'8" freshman. Donettes will start Grayson Kirby, a 5'8" sophomore. McKenna Monahan, a 5'4" sophomore. Kendra Moore, a 5'6" sophomore. Kenzie Reedus, a 6-foot freshman. And Kylie Hawkins, also a 6-foot freshman. Greenville Lady Bears are coached by Scott Blackburn. And the Donettes, of course, coached by Adam Epps. Since we last had a Donettes game, the Donettes have lost one and won one. They lost last Thursday night up at Mountain View Liberty in a close one. A lot of fouls called, and mostly on the Donettes. Hate to say that, but from the way it looked, that's what it was. And anyway, the Donettes control the tip. McKenna Monahan takes it all the way to the hole, misses the layup. Ball loose on the floor, and Monahan comes out with it. Greenville's going to start out in the zone. Monahan left wing, head of the key to Moore. Moore back to Monahan on the left wing. Now out front to Kirby. Wide open three. Grayson's been shooting the ball well, and she knocks in a three-pointer right off the bat to start the game for the Donettes. They will set up in that pressure defense. Moore gets a hand on it. And now Monahan gets a hand on it, but she also got a hand on the hand or the arm of number 30, Natalie Miller. So that'll be the first foul in the game on McKenna Monahan. And if the inbounds pass is stolen by Kendra Moore out to Kirby, down low. Hawkins turns to the baseline, kicks it out to Moore, steps into a three-pointer. It's too long, and the rebound comes down to Hill of Greenville. He gives it up to Blackburn, and the ball knocked into the backcourt, and they're going to say that they didn't touch it, so it's going to be a turnover. Coach Blackburn thought that it got touched as well. And the Donettes lead 3-0. We're just underway, 6:10 to go in the first quarter of this junior varsity contest. Monahan bounces down low. Hawkins catches. Now she's double teamed. Back out to Monahan. Cross court, Kirby. Head of the key, Moore. They leave her open. Back to Monahan. They're trying to get that ball inside to Reedus or Hawkins. Kirby dribbles into the paint, out in the corner. Moore, three-pointer again, and again she shoots an air ball. Both of them have been long all the way over the basket, but Hawkins gets the rebound. The other night, Hawkins had a whale of a second half in the JV game, and she scored, I don't know how many points she scored. I was watching it on the live stream, and she just had her way in the second half. We got a foul on Destiny DeWitt. That's the first foul on Greenville. Lob in, and a little too tall for Reedus. He's going to be picked off. Miller's going to bring it to the other end. Donette's got two back. She tries to dribble through them, and we're going to have a reach-in foul. And that's going to be the second foul on Monahan. And she has picked up two quick reach-in fouls. And we're going to have Micah Burton come to the scorer's table to check in. Now Monahan only got to play about a minute and a half before she picked up two fouls. She is a hustler on defense and gets a lot of steals, but she goes to the bench early. Miller handling out front. Donettes playing man-to-man. Gives it over to Hill. Now left wing, it goes to Blackburn. Blackburn dribbles head of the key, back to Miller on the right wing. She runs into her own player, throws it back to Blackburn. Blackburn dribbles baseline, puts it up to the left hand. It's good. Laramie Blackburn makes it 3-2. Quickly into the front court. Kirby gives it to Moore, bounces down low. Nice catch by Reedus, puts it up, it won't go. And a rebound comes down to DeWitt of Greenville. Greenville in their road black uniforms with red numbers and white trim, and Moore gets a steal. She's headed to the other end on the left side. Blackburn trying to catch up. Moore misses the layup. Reedus gets a rebound. She missed it. Hawkins gets it and lays it in. Donette's got three cracks at it and made it on the third one. 2-2-1 full court press. Miller throws a baseball pass intercepted by Kirby. Kirby cross court. Burton shoots no good, but she's fouled. And that foul also on DeWitt, so she's picked up two. Well, both teams have two personals, and the same player has both of them on each team. So that's going to bring number 20, Ashlyn West, a 5'8 freshman, to the scorer's table. But first off, Burton's going to be shooting two free throws for the Donettes. First one a little bit short. And Ashlyn West, a 5'8 freshman, will come in for Destiny DeWitt. Burton eyes up the second one, gets a little more on that one, but it misses off the right side. Rebounded by Hill, and we're going to have another foul on the Donettes. This one's going to be on Kendra Moore. First personal, third team foul. Hill throws it into Miller. Dribbles into the paint, knocked away by Moore, and Kirby's got a run out. Right-handed layups up and good. That gets the Donettes a chance to set up in their press. Blackburn gets around the defense, and she traveled with it, got away with it, got it ahead to number 22. That is Abby Fox, and she lays it in. Kirby quickly to the other end. Her pass in the middle is batted back out. Now it goes low. Hawkins turns, short arms it a little bit, gets her own rebound, and she's going to be fouled on a reach-in. So 6 fouls already called here in just a little over 3 minutes. That foul's on Natalie Miller. Third team foul. Grayson Kirby will trigger for the Donettes underneath their own basket. Out in the corner, Moore fakes the shot, dribbles into the paint, goes up, and she's going to be fouled. And that one's going to be on Abby Fox, her first. And that will send Kendra Moore to the free throw line. .350 to go in the first quarter. It's 7-4 Donettes. Moore's free throw is good. That's first point for Moore. Pushes the Donettes lead up to 4, 8-4. That one's off the back of the rim. And Greenville runs it down. West run it down, and her pass is going to be deflected out of bounds by Moore. But it'll stay with the Lady Bears. And Ashlyn West will throw it in. Greenville got all 4 in the back court. They throw it in, the ball batted away, but it's going to be a foul on Reedus. She was real close to getting a steal on the layup there, but she was about a half a step late. And bumped the Greenville player to pick up the foul. Blackburn handling the backcourt, crossover dribble, gets around Burton. Passes down, West is open from about 15, no good. And Kirby gets the rebound. And Coach Epps is going to call a timeout with 3:35 to go in the first quarter. The Donettes up 8-4. We'll keep it here. I want to say thank you to Davis Sawmill, Mathis Timber, Current River Ford, Hometown Pharmacy, Davis True Value, Countryside Chevrolet, Farm Bureau Insurance, the people who make these games on Current River Broadcasting possible. Well, make sure you let these folks know, do business with them, let them know how much you appreciate it. The games are on Current River Broadcasting right here on YouTube. Technology is an amazing thing, folks. I tell you, some of it's good. I mean, a lot of it's good, some of it's not so good, but there's a lot of good, and this is one good thing. And I've noticed a lot of the other schools have started live streaming their games, and I think Matt Moore, who has started here at Doniphan, we've been doing it for a few years now, is responsible for that, and I think he was the first one around here that done it. Now there's several of them doing it. Kirby launches another three. That one's short, right on line. She started to go back and get back on defense, which is what she should have done. We got to travel on Greenville. But then she run back to play defense, and luckily, the ball handler didn't see down the floor. They might have had a layup. Well, the Donettes will inbound it. Kendra Moore dribbles left side, gives it in the corner to Burton, back to Moore. Moore right side, Kirby goes in, shoots about a 10-footer, and it's good. She has been playing really, really well. Even on the varsity, she's been playing well. She gets a lot of playing time on the varsity, too. Miller against the press, dribbles into the front court, gets around the defense, throws it up too hard. Ball tipped around, still tipped around, and Hawkins has got it. She's going to try to beat him to the other end, and she gets down there and lays it in. The big girl running the floor, dribbling the basketball, and doing a good job, and it's 12-4. And a pass intercepted by Kirby. Wide open on the other side. Burton, she lays it in. And Micah Burton gets her first two. And Coach Blackburn calls a timeout as the Donettes have scored 6 in a row to make it 14-4 with 2:31 left in the first quarter. A little more about Coach Blackwell, who coached here from 1995 to 2008. He had 20 seasons with had 8 seasons with at least 20 wins. And his team this year is 8-2, and they've only got 7 players total. So that's the reason we're only playing one game tomorrow night, a varsity game. But he's got a very big team. He's got 2 girls that are 6'2". He's got 2 5'9s, 5'8", and then a couple of 5'4" guards. So they're a very big team. And they have an 8-2 record. And so I assume, I haven't heard much about them, but I assume they're probably pretty good. So that's going to be a tough test for the Donettes tomorrow night. But tonight, we're playing the Greenville Lady Bears. Blackburn has the basketball, head of the key. Long three-pointer off the back of the rim, no good. Reedus with a rebound, outlet pass to Burton. Burton looks like she's going to take it all the way. Little hesitation move, lays it up, no good. Hawkins with the rebound, and she is going to be fouled. And a good little hesitation move there by Micah Burton. Just couldn't get that shot to fall. That foul will be on Abby Fox, and now that's her second. She joins Destiny DeWitt with 2 fouls. Hawkins' free throw is no good. She doesn't have much spin on that shot. She needs a little more backspin. I mentioned that about Nolan Zerwalka the other night in the boys' game. Backspin will get you a lot of shots to go in that might not otherwise go in. Let's see, we got number 1 checking in for Greenville. That is Zoe West, 5'3" sophomore. And Taylor Davis getting ready to come in for the Donettes as well. Hawkins' next free throw is no good, and Donettes are only 1 of 6 from the free throw line. Burton tips the outlet pass out of bounds, and it'll stay with Greenville. Hawkins will check out. Taylor Davis will come in. Donettes have Burton, Moore, Reedus, Davis, and Kirby. And I don't know if you notice here on where you're watching the game, but Grayson Kirby is on the back of that press, and they've got her back there because she is fast and quick, and she can read some of those long passes and intercept them. The only thing, if you don't get them, there's nobody back, but I think we had a foul there. And Ball lost by Miller. Layup shot up by Moore, no good. And Greenville comes out with a rebound. Pass up to Miller. Grayson Kirby back. Miller circles around on the wing. Head of the key to Hill. Now to West. They've got two West in there. Back out front to Blackburn. Minute 35 to go. Reach in by Burton, knocked it away. Now it's loose again. And Donettes with active hands, and Blackburn carries the basketball. Coach Blackburn wanting the foul there. And a little contact, but if they called every foul every time contact, Greenville would probably have several fouls right now too. Kirby throws cross court. Kendra Moore. Back to Burton in the lane to Reedus, and back out to Burton. To Moore. Kirby on the left wing for three, and it's good. Grayson Kirby already with 10 points in the first quarter. 2 threes and 2 twos. And it's knocked away again. A reach-in foul this time on Burton. And that is Micah Burton's first foul. And the 15th foul. Emily Slayton checking in. Also Peyton Lowry for the Donettes. So Greenville will inbound. That was the 16th foul, on the Donettes. So the next foul will put Greenville in the bonus. Still got a minute 3 to go in the first quarter. Zoe West brings it into the front court. Passes it right side to Miller. Now between the circles of Blackburn. She swings it left side to West. Back to Blackburn. And that's an offensive foul. She throwed that shoulder out there. Her elbow, And a lot of times they get frustrated when they're getting guarded really, really close. And that's what happened there. Blackburn did. She put that elbow out there and pushed off. So now both teams will be in the bonus the rest of the first half. We got 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Nice drop off to Davis from Kenzie Reedus, and Taylor Davis puts it in. Good passing by the big girls there. A little high post, low post, even though Davis was coming off the baseline. 19-4. West to Miller on the left wing. Cross court, good pass to Hill. Shot partially blocked. Now they're going to call a foul. And that's going to be on Taylor Davis. So Greenville will get their first free throws. And it's going to be Mackenzie Hill, 5'4" sophomore. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Hill's free throw is no good. That one rims in and out. Lowry with the rebound for the Donettes. Gives it to Kirby with 15 seconds. She goes down, stops and shoots about 8 feet. It's short. Rebound underneath by Davis. Her shot blocked. And she tries to pass it to Reedus, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Greenville with 7.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Kirby lobs it into Davis right underneath the basket and lays it in. Well, Taylor Davis with a couple of buckets. She's got 4, and it's 21-4, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Donettes off to a good start in this junior varsity game. They lead Greenville 21-4 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back after this, a 1-minute timeout on Current River Broadcasting.
For nearly 60 years, Davis Sawmill in Doniphan is your place to go for selling timber in the area around Ripley County in Arkansas. If you have cut logs or standing timber to sell, William, Debbie, and their sons will work with you to make sure you get a fair price. If you need something hauled, they also have Little Black Trucking with flatbeds for hire. Family owned and operated for 5 generations, everyone at Davis Sawmill would like to wish the best of luck to Emily, Taylor, and the rest of the Donettes this season. Give them a call at 573-996-7830.
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no 2 roads are alike, but we're all connected. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver, we're for you.
I am Doug Green, the Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
Welcome back, everybody. Played one quarter of the junior varsity game between the Donettes and the Greenville Lady Bears. By the way, I don't think I mentioned, but I've been mentioning it probably games earlier this week. This is an Ozark Foothills game, so those are always big games for seeding for the tournament. And Grayson Kirby off to a great start here tonight. She hit 2 threes and 2 twos, and she had 10 first quarter points. And the shot's going to be missed by Miller, and we're going to have a foul over the back, and that should put the Donettes in the bonus. And that foul is going to be on number 35, and that's the third one. DeWitt picked up too early. That's going to bring Mackenzie Hill back in, and we'll be shooting 1-1. We'll see if they can figure out who's shooting the free throws now. It's going to be Kenzie Reedus, I believe. So Hill will check back in. They've also got Abby Fox out there. Ashlyn West, number 4. Maddie Looney, a 5'4" sophomore in there, along with Miller. Reedus' free throw, no good, and Donettes continue to struggle from that free throw line, 1 out of 7. Pass up ahead, and before she passes it, Miller travels. Donettes have Taylor Davis. Well, they've got a big team out there. They've got 3 big girls. Kylie Hawkins, Kenzie Reedus, Taylor Davis, Emily Slayton, and Grayson Kirby on the floor for the Donettes. Davis down low to Hawkins. Throws it back out to Davis. She's going to fire up a long one, no good. And Miller gets a rebound, and she's going to take it to the other end. Going to take it all the way, and it's shot up and good. And Kirby, Coach Epps called timeout. Kirby just kind of stepped aside and didn't get over and try to draw a charge there, so he calls a timeout. And that layup for Natalie Miller gets her on the scoreboard, and that gives Greenville 6 points. Makes the score 21-6. Even though the Donettes got a big lead, that's a teaching point for the Donettes right there, because one thing, Donettes let her dribble right through the defense. She got the rebound and dribbled all the way to the other end, and then Kirby kind of sidestepped at the end. She might have thought she was going to foul her, but it looked like she might have had time to get in there and draw a charge. So Coach Epps calls the timeout. He doesn't even take the full 30 seconds and sends them back out there, so he told them what he wanted them to hear. Slayton, left wing. Davis with it. Takes one dribble, throws it in the middle, and overshoots Reedus. She didn't really have anything if she would have caught it. She was out at the free throw line. Looney with the ball. Right wing to West. Throws it cross court to Hill. And Reedus is going to get it to it before she does. And she's got a layup at the other end, a jump stop, and she lays it in. First 2 points for Reedus. Donettes back into 2-2-1. Hill gives it over to West. Throws it up, and it's intercepted by Kirby. Kirby going to take it all the way down, put it up, and it's good, and she is fouled. A chance at a 3-point play. And Kirby continues to fill up the score sheet here in the first half. Foul's going to be on number 20, Ashlyn West. That's her first. And Kirby will be trying to finish off a 3-point play, trying to make a free throw. And she does. He's shooting the ball extremely well. It's 26-6. And Greenville loses the ball. I think she just dribbled it off her foot or leg, and it just went out of bounds. We've got a nice crowd on hand here tonight for a Thursday night. By the way, I did mention the girls playing Eminence here tomorrow night. The boys are playing at Naylor, but still expecting a huge crowd tomorrow night with Jimbo Blackwell back in town. And Kylie Hawkins gets her 5th and 6th point. Greenville can't stop her. The only thing can stop her is if she just misses a shot. Greenville almost loses it. It's saved by number 22, Abby Fox. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Fox for pushing off. And I have that for 3 fouls for her. She's got Destiny DeWitt with 3 fouls as well. So Coach Blackburn leaves her in the game. Kirby dribbles down to the baseline, lobs it in too high for Kenzie Reedus, but Looney can't hang on to it. Ball knocked away. Slayton picks it up for the Donettes. Back out to Kirby, open again for another 3, and it's good. Grayson Kirby with 16 points in the first half. That's her 3rd 3-pointer. And she also has an old-fashioned 3-point play. Natalie Miller gets it into the front court, and we're going to have a foul on Hawkins. A lot of fouls called here in the first half. Both teams in the bonus. Matter of fact, the Donettes, the next foul on Greenville, will be shooting 2. I don't know what happened there. Greenville's going to be shooting a 1-on-1. And the free throw no good. Ball rebounded by Hawkins. Greenville's 0-3, and the Donettes are 2 for 8. Kirby quickly into the front court. Throws it to Davis on the baseline. Bounces it in, and Fox is going to pick up her 4th foul. And she just pushed Hawkins in the back. And she is not long for this game, that's for sure. And Coach Blackburn is going to send in number 25, Journey West. They've got 3 West on their junior varsity team. She is a 5'2" freshman. So it'll be Hawkins shooting 2 shots now. We'll see if she can get a little backspin on that shot from the free throw line. Okay, she got a little bit on there, but that one rimmed out, but that looked better. She needs to work on that because probably between now and the time she gets out of high school, she is going to get to the free throw line a lot. That one is no good. They both look better. He's shooting that ball off her palm a little bit, I think. Looney will bring it into the front court. It's 31-6, Donettes. West gives it over to the other West. Now up front to Miller. Back to West on the left wing. Head of the key, Looney. Donettes playing good defense in the lane, and we got a travel on Looney. She shuffled her feet out front. And we got Bailey Honeycutt checking into the ball game. 5'6" freshman for the Donettes. She replaces Kenzie Reedus. That will put Taylor Davis down low with Kylie Hawkins. And Honeycutt will go out on the wing. Slayton in the corner. Davis open again. Shot up and good. Taylor Davis having a nice game. That's 6 points for her. Hitting them little short jumpers. That's a couple of them she's made. Looney in the middle of the floor to West. West will dribble across the half line. Dribbles to the wing, hands it to Looney. She's open for a 3-pointer, and it's an air ball and goes out of bounds. .350 to go in the first half. Donettes up 33-6. Honeycutt left wing, lobs it in the lane. Davis with a nice move off the glass, a little bit short. And West with a rebound. Gives it to Looney. Slayton hounding her in the back court. Gets across the half line. Throws it up. Miller path to the basket, and she lays it in. Maddie Miller with 4 points now. Makes it 33-8. Kirby quickly in the front court. Hawkins gets down there wide open. And a nice job by Grayson Kirby to keep that head up and find her wide open down the floor. And a good job by Hawkins to beat Greenville down there. And Coach Blackburn calls the timeout. 35-8 Donettes with 3:18 to go first half. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with more Donettes basketball.
Hometown Pharmacy on LaRue Street in Doniphan, your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists are now providing vaccinations for flu, pneumonia, and shingles in the pharmacy. Flu shots are covered by Medicare with no co-payment and no appointment is necessary. Hometown Pharmacy now offers a wide variety of vitamins and supplements from Now Foods that help support and promote optimal health through good nutrition. Refills can be requested online or by using our mobile app. We now offer delivery of your prescription if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy. Come by or give us a call and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Hometown Pharmacy, proudly supporting the Dons and Donettes this season. Come experience the difference a Hometown Pharmacy makes.
Donettes have jumped out to a big lead over the Greenville Lady Bears here in the junior varsity contest tonight, 35-8. Still got 3:18 to go first half. The Donettes send out Peyton Lowry, Bailey Honeycutt, Taylor Davis, Kylie Hawkins, and Grayson Kirby. They still in the press. West gives it over to the other West. I'm just going to say the other West. Not trying to remember because there's 3 of them out there now. Journey West come back in during that timeout. And that is Zoe West checked back in. Long three-pointer up, no good. Peyton Lowry with the rebound. Gives it to Kirby. Kirby with her head up, baseline to Davis, bounces across the lane. Hawkins catches, puts it up, no good, gets it back, lays it in. Hawkins with 10 points now. She's in double figures. And the Donettes passing the ball really, really well. That was a good pass from Davis. She didn't get the assist because Hawkins didn't make the first shot, but Hawkins padded her offensive rebounding stats a little bit there. A three-pointer from the corner is up, an air ball, and that was Zoe West. And Kirby again running the floor. Passes ahead. Nice catch by Davis. Put it up a little too hard. And Greenville's going to lose it out of bounds. All there was black shirts around the basket there. But Grayson Kirby is seeing the floor really, really well. And she threaded the needle on that pass because there wasn't much room to get that one through there. Of course, I don't think Greenville was looking. Pass underneath. Hawkins got inside position, but she shot it too hard. And Bailey Honeycutt gets the offensive rebound. Gives it to Kirby. Back to Honeycutt, left wing. Nice fake there, cross court. Peyton Lowry, she's going to shoot a three. It's no good, but Honeycutt gets another offensive rebound. Back to Kirby, shooting a three again. No good. Ball batted around. Taylor Davis gets the rebound, and she's going to be fouled. That one's going to be on number 4, Maddie Looney. And it'll be 2 shots for Taylor Davis, and the Donettes 2 of 10 here in the first half. And we've got Addison Arnold, Kenzie Reedus at the scorer's table. Davis's free throw, no good. Golly, 2 of 11. Grayson Kirby checks out, and Kylie Hawkins checks out. So no starters. Well, Kenzie Reedus is out there. She's the only starter on the floor for the Donettes right now with this big lead. Coach Hepp should be able to get all of his kids some playing time. Taylor Davis will connect on the second one, and she has 7 points. That is a 30-point lead with 1:50 left in the first half, 38-8. West is going to dribble into the paint, tied up, and the pass is intercepted by Reedus. Lowry will bring it up. Pass down low is tipped. It's going to go out of bounds. She was trying to hit Arnold in the corner, but she was dribbling with her head up. I like to see that. It'll be Donette's ball. Almost down in the corner where the sideline and inline meet on the left side. Greenville not putting any full pressure on there, so they get it in easily to Honeycutt. Back to Lowry, down low. Taylor Davis with a nice catch, kicks it back out to Lowry. Over to Honeycutt, fakes the three. Back to Lowry with 1:20 to go. And we got a reach-in foul on Journey West. And this will send Lowry to the free throw line. I don't think Coach Blackburn could gripe very much about that foul. He hadn't been griping a whole lot anyway, but he's been giving the officials some funny, well, kind of, they're not funny looks, but serious looks about some of the foul calls. Peyton Lowry hits free throw number 1. Lowry, a 5'3" freshman, and now nothing but net. There we go. Donettes have made 3 in a row after going 2 for their first 11. Donettes still playing man-to-man. Looney, left wing to Hill. She tried to hit Looney, cutting through, pass behind her. Lowry picks it up, throws it over, and it's going to go out of bounds. Honeycutt couldn't get back to it. It was behind her. 1:06 to go in the first half. Greenville with the ball, trailing the Donettes by 32. Looney tries to get it inside to West, and she should have let it win. It would have been their ball. Well, they're going to get it back anyway. West cross court in the corner, and that is Zoe West. She shoots an air ball, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Bears. Donette scored 21 points in the first quarter. They got 19 so far, and we got 45 seconds left in the half. Reedus at the free throw line, hits Davis, cutting to the basket again. Same play, and this time she got all the way to the basket and got a layup. As soon as they catch that on the high post, they turn and look for cutters off the baseline, and it's working pretty well. Looney has it knocked away, stolen. Lowry, she got somebody on her left side, and she hits Arnold, and Arnold lays it in. Addison Arnold with her first bucket. Donettes not pressing anymore. Greenville just having a hard time handling it against the half-court defense. West is going to shoot it on the baseline. It's short. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up a little too hard. And on the rebound, we got a tie ball with 1.8 seconds to go. And that's kind of a bummer. If it was a close game, it'd really be a bummer because that means Greenville will get the ball at the start of the second half. And the Donettes got to go the full length of the floor with 1.8 seconds to go. So, all right, they're not putting any full court pressure on, so Arnold can let this roll up near midcourt. Now she's going to pick it up. Now she's going to let it roll. They started the clock before she picked it up. She started to pick it up, and I think she faked the clock keeper out. So the Donettes score 21 in the first quarter, 23 in the second, and Greenville gets 4 in each quarter, and it is 44-8 at halftime. Greenville has 4 points from Natalie Miller, 2 from Laramie Blackburn, and 2 for Abby Fox. 0 for 3 from the line, and they have a couple players in serious foul trouble here at halftime. Abby Fox got 4, and she probably didn't play a full quarter in that first half. And Destiny DeWitt probably didn't play 3 minutes, and she's got 3 fouls. The Donettes were only 5 of 14 from the free throw line, but they did hit the last 3. Great first half for Grayson Kirby. She's leading the Donettes with 16 points, had 3 3-pointers and 1 old-fashioned 3-point play, and a couple of 2-point baskets. Kylie Hawkins also with a good first half, had 10 points, and Taylor Davis is almost in double figures. She got 9, and she's probably played her best game so far, at least the home games that we've seen. Let's see, we got 2 points for Peyton Lowry, a couple of free throws. Kenzie Reedus has 2, Addison Arnold 2, and 1 free throw for Kendra Moore for a total of 44. So the Donettes lead the JV game 44-8 at halftime. We'll take a break, and we'll be back here in a little bit before the start of the second half. So stay tuned to Current River Broadcasting. I'm ready anytime. I'm ready. Well, welcome back, everybody. If you're just tuning in, we're at halftime of the junior varsity girls game, and the Donettes lead the Greenville Lady Bears 44-8. The Donettes played really well in that first half. I mean, Greenville has not put up much of a challenge, but I mean, they were just passing the ball extremely well, shooting it well. Grayson Kirby had a fantastic first half, leading the Donettes with 16 points, had 3 3-pointers. She had an old-fashioned three-point play and also two two-point baskets. And inside, Kylie Hawkins had 10. Taylor Davis had a really good first half with 9 points, but some really good interior passing, like from the high post to cutters coming off the baseline. And Taylor Davis was a recipient of a couple of those. But they just really played well all the way down the line. And Coach Epps, I believe, got every one of his junior varsity players in that first half, and they all played well. They all played well. So we got another half here, and then we got the varsity game. And this is a conference game tonight, so it's always a big game when you're playing a conference game, and that will determine seeding for the OFC tournament. And, folks, that'll be here before you know it. I think it's like the second week in February, but we are already, tomorrow we'll be halfway through the month of January, so when it gets started after the first year, it seems like it really winds down in a hurry. So need to be hitting on all cylinders. It will be Greenville's basketball to start this second half. And it looks like Coach Epps is going to send out Emily Slayton, Bailey Honeycutt, Peyton Lowry, Kenzie Reedus, and Taylor Davis. And he'll be able to get all of his kids a lot of playing time here tonight. It's Abby Fox, Mackenzie Hill, Ashlyn West, Maddie Looney, and who am I missing? Laramie Blackburn. And the inbounds pass is going to be batted out of bounds by Taylor Davis. There's 2 kids out there for Greenville, Fox with 4 fouls, and DeWitt with, I didn't mention DeWitt. DeWitt's out there as well. She's got 3 fouls. Inbounds pass comes to Looney. Emily Slayton on hurt. Donettes played man-to-man that entire first half. DeWitt throws it ahead of the key. Blackburn's open. 3-pointer. It's no good. And Reedus picks up the rebound off the floor. Gives it to Lowry. Up the floor to Slayton. Slayton dribbles in. Fakes the shot. Gets some help. Out to Honeycutt. She's open for 3. Looks good, and it is. Bailey Honeycutt gets her first bucket, and it's a 3-pointer. That's what I said. Everybody that's come into the game has played well for the Donettes, and it continues here at the start of the third quarter. DeWitt gives it to Hill. Fox takes it down the left side. Loses a handle on it. It's going to put it up, and Reedus, going to be called for a foul. It looked like a pretty clean block, but officials seen otherwise. About the only thing the Donettes didn't do very well in the first half was free throws. 5 of 14. Greenville was 0 of 3. And we'll see if Abby Fox can get one, and she does. And that is her third point. And she's trying to get the Lady Bears into double figures here. If this one goes, they'll have 10 points, and both of them were true. She's got 4. Greenville, no full court pressure. They drop back. And they're playing a zone. Taylor Davis dropped that one. That went right through her hand. She should have caught that one. That one of the few times that they've made a mistake like that tonight. Looney dribbles to the baseline, puts up the shot, no good. Reedus, good defense, and she corrals the rebound. Pass up the floor. Slayton got a left-handed layup, and she lays it in. Donettes may get everybody into the scoring column before this one's over. Actually, McKenna Monahan, one of the starters, is one of the only ones that haven't scored that has played. And Greenville loses it again. And we're going to have a foul, I think, on Fox. And if it is, that's all. That was definitely a frustration foul there. We've got Addison Arnold coming in. That's 5 fouls. I don't know. Well, they finally catch it there. That's going to be her 5th foul. She's going to foul out with 4 points. And Laramie Blackburn will come back in. Well, Fox, she didn't get much playing time tonight because she got in foul trouble early, and she fouls out early here in the third quarter. Slayton to Lowry, right wing, head of the key to Arnold. Back to Lowry. She's going to fire up a three. It's no good. And the ball loose on the floor, and we're going to have a held ball. And it'll belong to the Lady Bears. .5:13 to go third quarter. 48-10, Donettes. Blackburn walks it up. Met by Arnold at the volleyball line. Gives it to Hill. Hill puts it on the floor. I think she got another way with another push off. In the lane to Looney. She missed a shot. Rebound underneath by West. She missed it and got that one back and put it in. And she's got a chance for a three-point play. That foul's on Lowry. Her first. And Ashland West missed the free throw. Offensive rebound by Hill, and she puts it in. Well, West got her first two. Now Hill gets her first two, and it's 48-14. Slayton passes right wing to Arnold. Head of the key to Lowry. Swings it back on the left side to Slayton. Bounces down low and a steal. And then the Donettes stole it right back. And Slayton dribbles baseline. She's going to be fouled by Hill. That's Hill's first foul. Now McKenna Monahan coming back in the game, and Micah Burton as well. Lowry and Slayton will check out. And Burton will toss it in for the Donettes. And she throws it into Davis, lost the handle, got it back, had it knocked away, gets it back, gives it in the corner to Burton. Monahan, left wing, Arnold, baseline to Honeycutt, Honeycutt, and she tries to drive baseline. Going to be a blocking foul, and that's going to be the fourth one on DeWitt. And that will bring Zoe West back into the ball game. They've already lost one to fouls here early in the third quarter. Now West has four. Burton set the inbound. Lobs it to Davis, shoots it a little too hard. Ball batted around, picked up by Looney. Looney drives to the right wing, tries to cross over, dribble knocked away by Monahan. Went right to Honeycutt. Now it's both teams losing about 2 or 3 times, and it's loose on the floor, and we're going to have a tie ball. And it'll be Donette's ball this time. Yeah, they kept losing it back and forth to each other about 3 times there. Ends up in a held ball. And this one belongs to the Donettes. 4 minutes left, third quarter, 48-14. Monahan out front, throws it in the lane to Honeycutt, back to Monahan. In the left corner, Burton, down to Honeycutt, kicks it back out to Monahan. Right side, Arnold. Back to Monahan, head of the key, dribbles to the left wing. Now she backs it head of the key, gives it to Burton, and we're going to have 3 seconds called on the Donettes. That's something you don't see very often, and if they do call it, they're usually in there for 5 to 10 seconds. So whoever it was, Davis or Honeycutt, must have been in there for a while. Blackburn, right wing to Hill, holds above her head, cross court pass to West. Now out to Blackburn, three-pointer no good, and the ball come off the boards pretty hard there, and Micah Burton couldn't handle the rebound, lost it. So West will inbound for Greenville. Inbounds to Blackburn, crossover dribble, and McKenna Monahan ties her up. And that one will stay with Greenville. You get that ball out in front of the Donettes, they're going to be reaching to get it, trying to tie it up or knock it away. Monahan is one of the best at it. West inbounds it. Monahan steals it. She has got Micah Burton wide open, nobody with her, and she missed the layup. Monahan with a rebound, she missed it. And West gets the rebound knocked out of her hands by Arnold. And it'll stay with the Lady Bears. That was a little bit too easy for Micah Burton. She was wide open. Nobody within probably 30, 40 feet of her. And Bailey Honeycutt will check out. Peyton Lowry comes back in. Greenville's outscored the Donettes this quarter 6-4, but it's still a 34-point lead for the Donettes. Blackburn. And is taken away by Burton. Burton comes in on the side, passes on the other side to Monahan, and Monahan lays it in. And I'd said earlier that Monahan hadn't scored, and I believe now everybody's scored that has played, I believe. West with a jumper, no good. Monahan with a rebound. Micah Burton got another wide open layup, and this time she shot it too hard. Davis had to rebound, missed it, got it, and put it back in. And Taylor Davis in double figures with 11 points now. And we got a timeout with 2:28 left in the third quarter. It's 52-14 Donettes in the junior varsity game coming up later. And just in case you're just tuning in, we have a change for tomorrow night. Donettes were supposed to go to Lesterville, and you may have already heard anyway, but if not, they've got a home game. They scheduled another game to make up for the one that was canceled with Lesterville. The Eminence Lady Red Wings are coming to town, and if you didn't know, their coach is well known in these parts. Jimbo Blackwell will be back here coaching against the Donettes tomorrow night, and this is his final season. They're going to have a ceremony honoring him before the game at 6 o'clock. The game will be at 6:30, one game only. He only has 7 players total on his team, but they are very good, at least from their record and their schedule that I have here. We'll talk about tomorrow night. They're 8-2, so we're expecting a packed house, and Monahan steals it again, and she's going to be fouled by Blackburn. That is 2 on Blackburn. 14 fouls on the Lady Bears. And Peyton Lowry will inbound it. Throws it into Arnold. Nice catch there. In the corner, Micah Burton, three-pointer. No good. She goes after her own rebound. We're going to have another tie ball. And this one will point towards the Donettes. .2:11 to go, third quarter. Oh, McKenna Monahan got the inbounds pass, and Emily Slayton was standing right by Coach Epps getting ready to check into the game, and she turned and threw it to her. And well, Coach, if this was a close game, I wouldn't be laughing there, folks, but that was funny. She thought she was on the floor, but she was standing on the sideline getting ready to check in. Greenville gets it into Looney. Nice pass, and she missed the layup. And Micah Burton comes out with the ball. Pass ahead. Taylor Davis behind the defense, and she lays it in. Donettes have missed 2 or 3 layups this half. They could be farther ahead, but that's 13 for Davis. I wouldn't be surprised. That might be a career high for Taylor Davis. And Micah Burton anticipates the pass and falls down as she started up the floor. And she had Emily Slayton on the other side, but she couldn't keep her balance there and lost it. But nice anticipation to steal that pass momentarily. West to throw it in. Hits Blackburn. Blackburn got around Slayton, takes it down, goes up for the layup, shoots it way too hard. West gets the rebound on the other end, and she fires it up, falling away. And Ashlyn West gets her second bucket, 54-16. Lowry, right wing to Arnold. Back to Lowry. Over to Burton on the left side. Gives it to Slayton. Backs out to the wing. Now to Burton as she dribbles to the baseline. Goes back on the wing to Slayton. Lobs it in the lane. Davis got inside position. Laid it in. Couple more points, or 2 more points, and Davis will be the leading scorer for the Donettes. Of course, Kirby and Hawkins haven't got to play much. And Greenville lost the handle. They're going to get it back, shoot a 3. Air ball, no good. West with the rebound. Out to Zoe West. And Taylor Davis steals the pass. Now Addison Arnold. Donettes got a 3 on nobody. And Arnold missed the layup. Micah Burton rebounds, and she lays it in. The only thing Micah did there, she dribbled the ball. She shouldn't have done that because if it had been anybody close, it would have given them time to catch up to her. But she got the bucket. West on the left wing, 20 seconds to go. Ball's going to go out of bounds off of West. And now Journey West checks in for Zoe West. And we'll have a running clock in the fourth quarter. The Donettes up by 42 right now. We've got 20.6 seconds left in the third quarter. Slayton brings it up. Greenville's still in a 2-3 zone. Slayton over to Arnold on the right wing. Back to Slayton, head of the key. Left side to Lowry. Back to Slayton. Bounces in the lane. It's going to be intercepted by West. West is going to fire it up. She done a nice job there. I think coach was hollering at her to shoot it. Didn't go. And our score at the end of three quarters, 58-16, Donettes. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Everybody stay with us.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
True Value.
Big lead for the Donettes here in the junior varsity game. And it's 58-16. We'll have a running clock here as long as that stays above 30. Donettes send out Davis, Slayton, Burton, Honeycutt, and Lowry. It'll be Hill, Miller, West, DeWitt, and West. Miller handling out front. And it's taken away by Burton. Now it's loose again on the floor. And it's picked up by Davis, and a nice job there. Not if she'd have got up, that'd have been a travel. She stayed on the floor and got it to Honeycutt. Honeycutt and Lowry remind me a lot of each other. Bad pass by Lowry. West picks it off, takes it down, pushes off a little bit, and we're going to have a blocking foul called on Peyton Lowry. And I think they called it a two-shot foul for West. Ashlyn West has 4 points. Her and Abby Fox and Natalie Miller all have 4 apiece to lead Greenville. West shoots the free throw, and it's good. So she's now their leading scorer. She is a 5'8" freshman. And both are good. They made 4 out of 5 this half. They were 0 for 3 in the first half. 58-18. Slayton in the corner. Lowry right back to Slayton. Slayton swings it over on the right side to, excuse me, that's Lowry. I get Lowry and Honeycutt mixed up all the time. They look a lot alike. They're about the same size. Lowry in the corner. Burton tries to get it into Davis and force that one a little bit. And Greenville come up with it, and then Emily Slayton reaches in and ties her up, and it'll be Donettes' ball as the clock continues to run with 5:20 left in the ball game. Slayton dribbles to the left side, hits Burton in the corner. She's open. Gonna fire 3, no good. Ball tipped around, picked up by Greenville. Journey West passes, good pass there to Miller, but she dropped it, but she got it back, put it up, no good. And Honeycutt will get the rebound for the Donettes. Micah Burton out front. Over to Peyton Lowry. Free throw line to Davis. Out in the corner. Honeycutt fakes the 3. Back to Lowry on the right wing. Now to Slayton. Donettes passing it around the perimeter, trying to get it into Davis. And again, they force it in there. and that is Micah Burton, and it's going to be knocked away, and then we got another tie ball, and this will belong to Greenville. They're trying just a little bit too hard to get that in to Davis. They keep swinging it around, and usually if you do that long enough, you can get it in there, and they're moving it quick, so last couple of times, though, they've thrown it away. Hill gives it in the corner to West. He's going to shoot a three. It's short. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and Slayton touched it last. Addison Arnold and Kenzie Reedus back in the game. Burton and Davis will check out, so Taylor Davis goes to the bench with 15 points. Grayson Kirby still the leading scorer with 16. She hadn't played this half, and neither has Kylie Hawkins. And Greenville throws it away on the inbounds. Clock continues to run with 3:35 left in the ball game. Emily Slayton stops head of the key. Gives it to Honeycutt. Back to Slayton, now over to Lowry. Arnold, as they continue to throw it around, they get it free throw line to Reedus. Kicks it out in the corner. Nice catch by Honeycutt. And now her pass intercepted by West. West passes ahead to Miller. Miller goes down, up off the glass and good. And Natalie Miller with 6 points. Her and Ashlyn West, the leading scorers for Greenville, with 6 apiece. Lowry, head of the key, over to Slayton. Bounces it in the lane to Reedus. Nice move. And falling away, she's going to be fouled. And if that's on DeWitt, that's going to be her 5th. And it is. So Destiny DeWitt's going to foul out. She had no points. Abby Fox fouled out earlier. She finished with 4. And that will bring Zoe West into the ball game. So they have Zoe West, Ashlyn West, and Journey West all on the floor. And Reedus' free throw no good. This is the first free throw for the Donettes here in the second half. Now they are only 5 of 15 in the game. That's only 33%. That needs to get better. That was no good, but Reedus gets her own rebound, puts it up no good. Miller will rebound, head to the other end. She's got West on the other side. She's going to take it herself and lay it in. And we're going to have a blocking foul on Slayton. And Natalie Miller got 8 now. She'll have a chance for a three-point play with 1:50 left in the game. Miller up to 8 points now. Free throw's good. Maybe that was something they don't normally do in the first half, going 0 of 3, because they're 5 of 6 this half from the line. In the lane. Honeycutt falls down, gets it to Lowry. Pass over to Slayton. Baseline, Honeycutt. Dribbles around, kicks it out. Arnold's going to shoot from about 15. It's short. Miller gets the rebound. He's going to bring it up the right side. Dribbles all the way to the baseline. Now bounces it in the lane to Hill, and we're going to have a foul on Lowry. Still no bonus yet. That is 3 fouls on Peyton Lowry. We're under a minute to go. And it's 58-23 Donettes. West inbounds it to Miller in the corner. Out to West. Over to the other West. Three-pointer no good. And Miller with the rebound underneath. And throws up one backhanded shot, no good. Hill missed the follow-up. West gets it. She missed it. Slayton got it. And she'll slow it down with 30 seconds to go for the Donettes. Lowry, head of the key. Left side to Slayton. Slayton bounces in the lane. Honeycutt going to take it down, lay it up and in. Well, Honeycutt's got 5 now. She hit a three-pointer earlier in the ball game. And West almost traveled. Gives it to Hill with 4 seconds. She's going to shoot a 3. And I think maybe that was partially blocked. Nope, they say not. But that's the end of the game here as the buzzer sounds. And the Donettes win the JV game 60-23 over the Greenville Lady Bears. Greenville scoring went like this. Mackenzie Hill 2, Laramie Blackburn 2, 9 for Natalie Miller, 4 for Abby Fox, and 6 for Ashlyn West. And they were 5 of 9 from the free throw line. Donettes only 5 of 16 from the free throw line. Got 16 points from Taylor Davis, 16 points from Grayson Kirby, 15 from Taylor Davis, 10 for Kylie Hawkins, 5 for Bailey Honeycutt, 4 for Micah Burton. Let me see, 2 for Peyton Lowry, 2 for Addison Arnold. I think I said Bailey Honeycutt 5, 2 for McKenna Monahan, and 2 for Emily Slayton. And the Donettes win big here, 60-23. But we got 12 minutes on the clock, and we will get set for the varsity game. And while we're away here for a few minutes, before we go, we want to thank our sponsors again: Davis Sawmill, Current River Ford, Hometown Pharmacy, Mathis Timber, Countryside Chevrolet, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Davis True Value. Some of those folks are on board every year sponsoring Doniphan basketball, and some of them have been doing it for a long time. And I tell you what, I appreciate it. I've been doing the games for several years now, and some of them have been with us ever since I started and long before. So we really appreciate them and hope you do too. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in about 7 minutes to get ready for the varsity game and Ozark Foothills Conference matchup between the Donettes and the Greenville Lady Bears.
You're watching Current River Broadcasting live on YouTube, your home for Doniphan High School sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by our following sponsors: Davis True Value, Mathis Timber, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, Current River Ford, Davis Sawmill, Countryside Chevy, and Hometown Pharmacy. Here's Keith Bowen with tonight's play-by-play of Doniphan basketball.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Keith Bowman back at the Bill Elwright Gymnasium in Doniphan, getting set for varsity action. The Donettes and the Greenville Lady Bears. And coming into the game tonight, the Donettes still ranked 7th in the state, even after they lost last Thursday night on the road at Mountain View Liberty. They are ranked 7th in the state, and New Madrid County Central still ranked number 2 in the state. And I've got the records here. New Madrid, this come out this week, and they're 6-1. They've only played 7 games. The Donettes are a little bit short of some of the other teams in the rankings. Donettes have played 12. Fatima High School, that's in Westphalia, that's up just this side of Jefferson City. They've played 15. Hollister up by Branson has played 14. But the Donettes hopefully will start catching up on games here if they can get some of these made-up games and the rescheduled one like tomorrow night. But the Donettes currently ranked 7th in the state in Class 4. Coming into tonight's game, the Donettes are averaging 57.6 points a game and giving up 42.7. They're only shooting 53% from the free throw line, and I was talking earlier with Matt Morin, and that has got to improve because they get in a close game that might cost them, and I got a feeling it probably cost them the game last Thursday night up at Mountain View Liberty. But 53% is not very good for a team that is as good as the Donettes are. And some of the girls can really shoot well from the outside, but when they step to the free throw line, I don't know if they just freeze up or what, but they have a struggle from there. They're still averaging almost 5 more turnovers a game than they are assists, and they need to make that a little bit better too. They're averaging almost 34 rebounds a game, which is pretty good. Sydney Speck still the leading scorer on the team at 12.6 a game. She is still out with that hand injury. I'm hoping, I didn't ask Coach Epps, but sure would like to see her get back tomorrow night in that game against Eminence. Allison Skaggs is averaging 10.4, 6.4 rebounds, and Allison is only shooting 38% from the free throw line. And I mentioned in the JV game about Kylie Hawkins. The big girls inside get fouled a lot, and you need to be able to make free throws, or the other team's going to foul you a lot instead of letting you make the basket. So that needs to get better for Allison. She does a good job of rebounding, playing defense, blocking a lot of shots, but that free throw percentage would be good if she could raise that up. Bailey Carson's averaging 9 a game, Olivia Cruz 8.5, and both those girls are averaging 5 rebounds a game. This is the second time these two teams have played this year. On December 1st at the Lady Dog Classic in Van Buren, which actually I believe was the Donettes. I think that was their first game of the year, first or second game of the year. They beat Greenville 69-49. Allison Skaggs had 26 points and 10 rebounds. Olivia Cruz had 12 points. Brooklyn Klepsik 11 and Sydney Speck 10. But they only shot 2 of 9 from the free throw line. This is an Ozark Hills Conference game, so the Donettes need to be better. 9-3 is a good record, and they could actually have won all of the games that they've lost. So hopefully they'll learn from their mistakes and get better, but 9-3 is pretty good at this point in the year. The Greenville will be dressed in black with red numbers, white trim, and they'll go from right to left here in the first half. Donettes will go from left to right in their home whites. And we are getting set for the national anthem, and then we will give you the starters for both teams after that.
If you're shopping for a new car, truck, or SUV, you need to make a stop at Countryside Chevrolet on Highway 160 in Doniphan. Countryside has one of the largest Chevrolet selections in the area, plus plenty of pre-owned vehicles that go through a 117-point inspection before they're warranted for 12 months or 12,000 miles. The goal at Countryside is to provide you the best deal on your next car, truck, or SUV. See them online at countrysidechevrolet.com or call 1-800-63-CHEVY. Chevrolet, an American revolution.
You've heard it all before. We're number one. We're the best. We have the biggest rebates. Now is the time to skip the hype and come to Current River Ford in Doniphan. They're all about helping you find the perfect new Ford. Current River Ford services your vehicles after the sale. From the moment you drive in, you will receive the quality service you've been missing. With the selection at Current River Ford, you'll find the new vehicle you want. How about getting your next vehicle at a dealership that makes it all about you? Current River Ford, Highway 160 in Doniphan.
For nearly 60 years, Davis Sawmill in Doniphan is your place to go for selling timber in the area around Ripley County in Arkansas. If you have cut logs or standing timber to sell, William, Debbie, and their sons will work with you to make sure you get a fair price. If you need something hauled, they also have Little Black Trucking with flatbeds for hire. Family owned and operated for 5 generations, everyone at Davis Sawmill would like to wish the best of luck to Emily, Taylor, and the rest of the Donettes this season. Give them a call at 573-996-7830.
All right, the Greenville Lady Bears are coached by Scott Blackburn. Their starters will be Micah Adams, a 5'6" junior, Maddie Allen, a 5'4" junior, Carly Marler, a 5'7" senior, Brenna Payne, a 5'7" junior, and Abby Hillis, a 5'7" senior. As I said, they're wearing black with red numbers. And coached by Scotty Blackburn. For Coach Adam Epps, the starters for the Donettes, ranked 7th in the state in Class 4. Timber Turner, a 5'6" junior, number 10. Number 12, Bailey Carson, a 5'9" junior. Number 22, Olivia Cruz, 5'7" senior. Allison Skaggs, a 6-foot sophomore, number 33. And a 5'6" sophomore, number 51, Brooklyn Klepsik. And as I said, Sydney Speck still out, nursing a hand injury. And I wish I would have asked Coach Epps. Hopefully it's getting better. She has her arm wrapped up above her elbow. I don't know how much longer it's going to be, but it sure would be good to have her back tomorrow night. Well, she's a leading scorer for the Donettes. The Donettes have done pretty good without to have her back on the floor. And let's see, they'll send Micah Adams to jump center against Allison Skaggs. And we're ready to get the varsity game underway. Donettes undefeated in the conference so far. They have defeated East Carter and Naylor. And they have Greenville, Twin Rivers, Neelyville, and Clearwater left. After tonight, they'll have 3 more games. And the Donettes will control the tip. And Greenville's going to start out in the 2-3 zone. Brooklyn Klepsik to Bailey and Carson. Now right side, Olivia Cruz. Bounces on the baseline to Turner. Cross court, Carson. Head of the key, Klepsik. The ball went through her hands, hit her in the face. Greenville's going to get it on the turnover. And we got a shot from out front by Adams, no good. And Brooklyn Klepsik with the rebound for the Donettes. Quickly up the floor, Carson hits Turner, and it goes off her hands out of bounds. So the Donettes got fumble fingers so far. That's 2 balls that went right through the receiver's hands. And the Donettes will get to set up their press, though, with the turnover. Adams in the back court, lobs it up to Hillis in the front court. And they got a man wide open underneath. And Carly Marler was wide open, and they overshot her, and it went out of bounds. And the Donettes really caught a break there because she was wide open. Sometimes when you're on the back of that press, you got to just kind of stay in the middle when they throw it over the top like that, or you're going to leave the other side wide open. person on that side in the middle is supposed to get back, but they don't always do it. Allison Skaggs has the ball knocked away, and Timber Turner, for some reason, another one after it instead of letting it go out of bounds. And the Donettes not doing too well to start off here. Ball in the middle. Adams, she got Hillis wide open up ahead. And a long three-pointer is going to be put up by Allen, no good. Offensive rebound by Payne, and she'll throw it back to Adams. Adams dribbles right side, guarded by Cruz. Over to Marler, now to Payne, back out front. That's Allen, takes it down. Nice little drive there, and she gets fouled. The shot won't go, but she'll be shooting two. And Coach Epps standing there with his hands on his hip. This is not a really good start. Foul's going to be on Allison Skaggs as she come off her man to help. And Maddie Allen will go to the free throw line for the Lady Bears. And she puts them on top 1-0 with that free throw. We've played 1 minute 28 seconds, and the Donettes have not got a shot off yet because they've turned it over 3 times. And Allen hits both free throws to give Greenville a 2-0 lead. They probably will not apply any full court pressure. They just drop back into a zone. And a pass out front, tipped by Adams, and that I think hit wide open underneath Turner. That time a good pass from Bailey Carson. And Timber Turner gets the first 2 for the Donettes. They spread that zone out a little bit too far, and Donettes got an easy one. Adams throws it over the top to Hillis. Carson comes from behind, knocks it away. Picks it up, heads back the other way. Passes up ahead to Skaggs. Skaggs drops it off to Klepsig. Klepsig shoots off the glass, no good. And the ball comes out to Olivia Cruz, takes it in, drops it off to Turner, fakes, puts it up, won't go. Skaggs with the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Cruz, three-pointer, it's no good. And Turner is going to battle Hillis, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. They say last touch by Hillis. Coach Blackburn pointing the other way. And Bailey Carson will throw it in. Now the official asked the other one. He said he didn't see it, so it will stay with the Donettes. Lob in the middle. Skaggs wide open off the glass and good. Greenville doesn't have anybody who can guard that. Their tallest player is about 5'7", 5'8". Skaggs at 6 foot. And Olivia Cruz commits a foul 80 feet away from the Greenville basket. And you never like to see that. That is 2 team fouls on the Donettes. And nobody guarding the Greenville basket at the other end. Now Turner goes back. Adams dribbles, hands it off to Payne. Payne will come across the half line, stops and double teamed and double dribbled. Got away with it. And the ball knocked into the back court by Cruz, but it's picked up by Adams. Adams gives it left wing to Allen. Allen dribbles the baseline, and Carson comes up and knocks it away. And it goes out of bounds. And it'll be Greenville's ball. Donettes lead 4-2. 5:22 to go first quarter. Off to a little bit of a slow start, but they'll get it going here in a little bit. Hillis with the ball. Over to Payne on the left wing. Now to Allen. Allen dribbles to the baseline, cut off, hands it to Adams. Adams guarded by Cruz. Now she picks up her dribble. Back out to Allen. She passes to Payne, to Hillis on the baseline. Again, good defense by the Donettes. Well, wide open underneath was Payne, but they didn't see her in time. They do get it to her now, but she's covered up. Hillis to Adams. Adams goes around the screen, kicks it out. Allen three-pointer off the glass, no good. And Allison Skaggs is going to run down the rebound. Gives it to Olivia Cruz. Throws it up the floor to Carson on the baseline. Back out to Olivia Cruz. She's going to take it in, put it up off the glass. It won't go. Ball is tipped around, and Cruz comes out with it. Out front, Carson fakes the three down into the paint. Her little runner, no good, but reach-in foul going to be called on Greenville. It's going to be on Allen. That's the first foul on Greenville. And Bailey Carson will shoot the first free throws. And we got number 4, Maddie Looney, getting ready to check in for Greenville. Carson's free throw's good. And Micah Adams checks out for the Lady Bears. Next one by Carson is good, so gets 2 out of 2, her first 2 points, and it's 6-2 Donettes. So they set up this time in a full court man-to-man defense. And Looney loses it. And Olivia Cruz with a drive to the basket. She misses, and Payne gets the rebound for Greenville. Cuts back into the center of the floor. Gives it to Allen. Allen will run the point now with Adams on the bench. Phyllis at the head of the key. Guarded by Bailey Carson. Pass it to Allen on the right side. And it's knocked out of her hands by Klepsik. Allen gets it back, takes it in. Shot no good. Timber Turner with a rebound, and Maddie Allen's going to pick up another foul. And she has both fouls for the Lady Bears, and Adams quickly up off the bench to come back in for Greenville. Well, Allen will go to the bench with 2 early fouls. We've played 3 seconds over half this first quarter, and Donettes leads 6-2. Good defense, but a little sluggish on the offensive end so far. Turner, right wing, back to Olivia Cruz, left side Carson. In the corner to Klepsik, inside to Skaggs. She brings the ball down and almost gets tied up. Back out front. Cruz drives to the basket and makes a layup, but they're going to call another foul on Greenville. This one's going to go on Adams. Well, Greenville hadn't committed a foul, and now they've committed 3 in about the last minute. They got Adams at 5'6", guarding Allison Skaggs. They lob it to Skaggs right out in front. She missed the easy one. And a rebound to Payne for the Lady Bears. She's guarded by Turner. And Cruz comes off and knocks it away. And she's going to be fouled. And another foul on Adams. So 2 of their starters with 2 fouls already. Coach Blackburn thinking his girl got fouled just because they knocked the ball away, but it looked like to me it was pretty clean. Olivia Cruz bounces right side to Carson. In the corner, Klepsik. Down low, Skaggs bounces out to Cruz. Cruz is going to take it all the way, missed the layup. I wish she'd shoot that shot from the free throw line. I mean, it's good to go to the basket, but she didn't get fouled there and didn't make the layup. She can hit that shot from right around the free throw line or inside it. And a tie ball, hell ball, and it belongs to Greenville this time. Donettes in a full court man-to-man. Timber Turner on Payne, gets it across the half line. Lobs it to Adams. Adams into the paint, shoots it from the free throw line, shoots an air ball, and it's going to be Donettes' ball as it goes out of bounds. Well, she had somebody, I believe it was Carly Marler, wide open underneath the basket when she shot that. If she'd dropped it off, she'd have had an easy one. Cruz to Klepsik. Skaggs in the corner, out to Cruz. Lobs it in the paint. Carson turns to the baseline, puts it up and in. 4 points for Carson, 8-2. Timber Turner guarding Payne, so Payne must be their best player because Timber usually guards the other team's best player. Adams gets a screen, goes down, puts up a wild shot, no good. It's going to go out of bounds off the Donettes. And we got number 24, Laramie Blackburn, coming in, and she's going to replace Brenna Payne. 8-2, Donettes lead with 2:24 to go in the first quarter. And bounce pass comes to Adams. She's double teamed, gives it to Hillis. Hillis hands it off to Blackburn, dribbles to the baseline. She loses it on the way up. And again, Timber Turner tried to save that. That's the second time if she let it win, it would have went out of bounds and been the Donettes ball. I know you got to have a nose for the ball, but and we got an offensive foul called on Marler, and Brooklyn Klepsik drew that charge. That is team foul number 5 on the Lady Bears. Olivia Cruz bounces it right side to Klepsik, in the corner to Skaggs. Cross court to Cruz, has to go high to get it. Free throw line to Skaggs. And we got another foul. And if that's on Adams, that's her third, and I believe it is. Now they're going to call it on 4 on Maddie Looney. And Greenville getting a lot of fouls out of that zone. Normally when you're playing a zone, you don't foul that much, but they're doing a lot of reaching. Cruz in the corner, Klepsik. Bounces it to Skaggs just outside the block. Back to, she called for a travel. I wish he, oh no, they called another foul. And that is the third one on Micah Adams, and she checks out. And Mackenzie Hill comes in. Adams is probably done for the rest of the first half. Grayson Kirby in for the Donettes. Olivia Cruz out. Kendra Moore also in. And Maddie Eddington. Carson and Timber Turner check out. So Allison Skaggs, and we talked about her free throw shooting woes, and she missed that one. Front end one more. Maddie Eddington with the rebound. She's going to put it up, and good. Maddie Eddington gets in there and rebound. Maddie's only about 5'6", but she come down with that rebound, got it up off the glass. Hillis lobs ahead. Looney, and the ball in the middle, thrown away. Tipped off. Skaggs is going to run the floor, beat everybody down, and she missed the layup. Man. Greenville with the ball and 1:15 to go in the first quarter. 10-2. Donettes on top, and they're still kind of ugly on the offensive end. Hillis out to Hill, baseline to Looney, and we're going to have a foul on Brooklyn Klepsing. First foul on Klepsing. McKenna Monahan comes to the scores table. She checks in for Klepsig. And let's see, Abby Hillis will throw it inbounds for Greenville. Underneath her own basket. Gets it into Blackburn. Blackburn dribbles to the free throw line. Now backs it out behind the three-point arc. Passes it to Hillis on the right wing. Baseline. And that is Looney. She missed a shot. And saved by Skaggs before it goes out of bounds. Gets it to Kirby. Kirby's got more on the right side. Hits her on the right side. Lays it up and in. And she is fouled. And one coming for Kendra Moore. And again, Grayson Kirby doing a fantastic job. That foul is on Hillis. And Kendra Moore gets her first bucket. And that was a good job by Moore running the floor, filling a lane there as well. Now Kylie Hawkins in the game for Allison Skaggs. That makes it 12-2. And Kendra Moore trying to convert on a three-point play. And she does. .35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hillis gets it in the middle of the floor to Blackburn. And Kirby comes from behind, knocks it away. Pass ahead to Kirby, goes in, and she's fouled. That foul on Blackburn. Greenville just not going to let you get an easy layup. They're going to foul you and put you on the line. And that is already 9 team fouls, and we have not even reached the end of the first quarter. Brenna Payne comes to the scorer's table to check back in. And it'll be Grayson Kirby going to the line. I believe they called that in the act of shooting. They're going to give her 2 shots. Kirby had 16 points in the JV game and only played 2 quarters. Her free throw's good. Payne comes back in for Blackburn. Kirby gets her first point in this varsity game. Trying to make the score 15-2 with 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Next one by Kirby off the back of the rim. And Looney gets the rebound off the floor. Passes it to Hillis. Hillis wasn't expecting it. Goes out of bounds. You would think Looney probably being a guard, and she tried to throw it to one of their bigger girls to bring it up the floor instead of bringing it up herself. Maddie Eddington dribbles over to the left side, lobs it in the corner to Kirby. Down low to Hawkins. Going to be knocked out of bounds by Hillis. Hawkins got pushed out off the block a little bit on that one. She needs to try to get a little deeper. Lobbed in, knocked away, but it goes to Moore at the free throw line. Dribbles to the baseline. Underneath the basket, goes up, and she's fouled by Hillis. And the Donettes already in the 2-shot bonus. That would have been a 2-shot foul anyway. But Greenville may have their JV out there before long. And Coach Blackburn is hollering at the referees, but Greenville they're just fouling. If they get beat, they're just fouling. and they're not taking it to the basket that much at the other end. Kendra Moore will make the first free throw. And Kendra has 4 points. 15-2, 12 and a half seconds left. And he's griping about the Donettes only having 3 fouls. Well, Greenville has not taken the ball inside to get fouled. They've been losing it before that, so you can't always go by that. I mean, if you're losing it before you can get it up the floor like they did do there. And Maddie Eddington, left-handed layup, no good, and that could have been a foul. Monahan with the rebound, but she can't get it up in time. But the Donettes lead at 16-2 at the end of the first quarter against the Greenville Lady Bears. We'll be back in 1 minute with second quarter action, so stay tuned to Current River Broadcasting.
Hometown Pharmacy on LaRue Street in Doniphan, your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists are now providing vaccinations for flu, pneumonia, and shingles in the pharmacy. Flu shots are covered by Medicare with no co-payment and no appointment is necessary. Hometown Pharmacy now offers a wide variety of vitamins and supplements from Now Foods that help support and promote optimal health through good nutrition. Refills can be requested online or by using our mobile app. We now offer delivery of your prescription if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy. Come by or give us a call and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Hometown Pharmacy, proudly supporting the Dons and Donettes this season. Come experience the difference a Hometown Pharmacy makes.
16-2 Donettes as we start the second quarter. Coach Epps sends the starters back out. Carson, Cruz, Turner, Skaggs, and Klepsik. It'll be Allen, Looney, and number 30, Natalie Miller in the game, Abby Hillis, and Payne. Bounce in the lane. Skaggs puts it on the floor, turns, shoots, missed it. Going to go out of bounds, last touch by Skaggs. And Allison, if she ever gets to where she can make that shot consistently, she is going to have some very, very big games for the Donettes. She is only a sophomore. Miller throws it to Payne behind her in the back court. Payne guarded by Timber Turner. Dribbles to the right side, gives it in the corner to Miller. Cut off by Skaggs at the baseline. Out to Hillis. She's wide open, a three-pointer. Doesn't draw any iron. It's on the floor. And still on the floor. And they're going to call a jump ball. And it'll be Greenville's basketball. Just underway in the second quarter. Lady Bears ball. Donettes leads 16-2. Inbounds pass comes into Allen. She missed it, but nobody blocked out Abby Hillis, and she puts it in. That's the first field goal in the game for Greenville. All they had in that first quarter was 2 points on free throws. Klepsik out to Carson, swings it right side to Cruz. Back in the corner, Klepsik fakes the three, takes it in from about 10, shoots at about 12, and Timber Turner with the offensive rebound. Out to Olivia Cruz, her three-pointer no good, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Greenville ball. That last possession for Greenville, Hillis throwed the ball in bounds and run to the left side of the basket. And whoever was Gardner didn't go with her. She was wide open on that missed shot. Payne guarded closely in the back court by Turner. Turner knocks it away. It's loose. Payne gets it back, gives it to Miller. Miller cross court to Hillis. Hillis dribbles to the baseline. Fall away jumper's good. Abby Hillis gets her second bucket, both here in this quarter, makes it 16-6. Pass to Klepsik. She's open for a three-pointer. It's no good. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. And for some reason or another, Bailey Carson just blocked the Greenville player off and didn't go for that. I don't know what happened there, unless she thought the Greenville player touched it, but she could have got it, I think, and made it a heck of a lot easier. Well, Greenville scored 4 points, and the Donettes haven't scored in this quarter. Looney throws it across court to Miller and throws it over her head out of bounds. Olivia Cruz, right wing to Timber Turner. Back to Cruz, left side Carson. In the corner, Klepsik got a long time to look at that three, but wow, she missed that one badly. Both of them she's shot, she's missed pretty bad. Looney with the rebound. Gives it to Allen. Allen ahead to Miller on the baseline. Throws it across court. And Payne there does a nice job to get that ball and goes up for the shot. The Donettes had 2 or 3 people in between her and the ball, but they still got it through there somehow or another. And Bailey Carson picks up the foul. And that will send Brenna Payne to the free throw line, as Grayson Kirby at the scorer's table to check back in for the Donettes. Payne's free throw is good. They're 3 of 3 from the line. And that is Payne's first point. Klepsik checks out as Grayson Kirby comes in. Payne's the next one, no good. And Miller battling for the rebound is going to knock it out of bounds. And Coach Epps a little upset with Allison Skaggs there for not blocking out. It could have very easily been off the Donettes. 16-7. Donettes lead by 9. Kirby dribbles to the free throw line. Jumper's up, no good. Allison Skaggs with the offensive rebound. Out to Cruz. Fakes the shot, dribbles baseline, and we're going to have a pushing foul on Miller. And that'll be 2 shots for the Donettes because they were already in a 2-shot bonus in the first quarter. Natalie Miller gets her first. And it'll be Olivia Cruz. Donettes are 6 of 8 so far from the free throw stripe. And make that 7 out of 9. Olivia Cruz gets her first point. That gives the Donettes a 10-point lead. 5 minutes, 35 seconds left in the first half. That one is good as well. Look, Donettes don't want to jinx them, but they're 8 of 10 from the line right now. Miller gets it into the front court. She gives it to Payne in the center of the floor. Payne hands it off to Miller. To Hillis at the head of the key, right side to Allen. Now in the corner to Looney. Looney puts it on the floor. Out to Payne. She's open for a 3-pointer. Off the backboard, no good. Allison Skaggs with the rebound. And she brought it down, and the ball is knocked away from her. She's got to keep that ball up above her head. She's 6 foot tall. The other players can't reach it unless they jump, and then they're probably going to hit her on the hand. But if you bring it down in a crowd, sometimes you get hacked on the hand and the referees don't even see it. Alternating possession, Donettes ball. Olivia Cruz with the drive to the basket. Shot no good, and Greenville is going to save it. But Olivia Cruz comes out of there with it, and we're going to have a jump ball. And it'll be Greenville's ball. As number 10, Carly Marler, comes back into the game. She replaces Hillis, also coming in Blackburn. And she replaces Looney. Donettes go back to the full court man-to-man. Not sure they ever went out of it, but Allen handling in the back court against Kirby. She's met with a double team, gets it to Payne. Lobbed underneath the Miller, shot blocked by Carson. Olivia Cruz comes out with it quickly to the other end, bounces over to the other side. Kirby goes up, it's partially blocked, gets it back, turns, shoots, and missed it again. And Miller gets the rebound. Coach Epps is not real happy with his team's effort right now. You can tell him standing there in front of the bench with his hands on his hip. Blackburn's shot's blocked, and Turner lets it go, and that ball was tipped, I'm pretty sure. I don't know who they're going to call it out on. No, they're going to give it to Greenville as the outside official on the other side seen it. As we got Maddie Eddington and Brooklyn Klepsik, Kendra Moore coming back in. Skaggs and Cruz will stay out there. And let's see. Greenville's still got the same 5. I thought there was one came in for them. I was pretty sure that shot was partially blocked. Marler gets it into Allen. Out to Blackburn. Now to Miller on the right side. Payne just inside the 3-point line. Over to Blackburn. And Moore reaches in, knocks it out of bounds. 4:08 to play in the first half. Low score even for the Donettes. They've only got 18 points. And 8 of those have come from the free throw line. And Allen with a drive, and she puts it in, and she's going to be fouled. Eddington tried to draw the charge. And Maddie Allen gets her first bucket. She's got 4. She made a couple of free throws in the first quarter. And Greenville's cut the lead in half at 18-9. And that foul was on Eddington. Allen's free throw, no good. And Skaggs with the rebound. Passes it ahead to Moore. Moore into the paint, it's going to go in. Shot no good, but she's fouled. Kendra Moore will force the issue, and a lot of times she gets fouled. That one's on Laramie Blackburn. Micah Adams is on the bench with 3. Maddie Allen has 2, Abby Hillis 2, and Laramie Blackburn 2 for Greenville now. Kendra Moore's first one is good. That is 6 points for Moore here in the first half. Eyes up the second one. Takes about 3 dribbles. Spins the basketball and missed that one. And Allen with the rebound. They got Blackburn open up there. Nobody was back, but they didn't see her. That's where I was talking about Kirby in the first game with her head up, and one time in this game. Allen drives into the paint. Nice spin move, but she spins right into the defense. And a tie ball to Kendra Moore. Great defense, and the Donettes get it on the hill ball. 3:42 to go. Olivia Cruz over on the left side to Kendra Moore. Back to Cruz, head of the key. She gets a lane to the basket, goes in, and she scores. And we got another foul on Greenville. Every time a Donettes take it in there, just about, they get a foul. This one's going to be on Marler. Now she has 2. The basket's good for Olivia Cruz. And she'll have a chance to get a 3-point play as Timber Turner comes back in for Allison Skaggs. And also Hillis coming back in for Greenville, replacing Marler. Free throw good by Cruz. 22-9 now. Maddie Allen in the back court. Guarded by Klepsik. They're still way down there. Passes up to Miller, just barely gets it across the half line in time. Now Miller has it knocked away, but we're going to have a foul on Brooklyn Klepsik, I believe. That is team foul number 6. So the last 3:20, Greenville will be in the bonus if the Donettes commit any fouls. Inbounds comes to Miller. Hands it to Payne. Gives it to Blackburn, and she loses out of bounds. She was getting ready to pass it back to Hillis. Now Maddie Looney getting ready to check back in. And she's going to get Blackburn. With 3:14 to go in the first half, it's 22-9 in favor of the Donettes. Olivia Cruz, right wing to Eddington. Back on the left side to Moore in the corner. Klepsik, head of the key to Cruz. Fakes a shot, takes it in, puts it up about 8 feet, a little bit long, and Payne with the rebound. Passes up the floor to Miller. Miller stops, gives it up to Hillis. Hillis dribbles to the right side, reverses back inside the lane, and their pass batted away by Klepsik, but Payne gets to it, or excuse me, Allen gets to it first. Throws it over to Miller, has to go high to come down with it. Now to Payne. Head of the key, Hillis. Wide open three-pointer for Hillis, and it's good. 7 points for Hillis. Back to a 10-point lead for the Donettes. 2:25 to go in the half. It's 22-12. Klepsik in the corner. The Moore, left side to Eddington. Eddington fakes the shot, takes it down, puts it up about 6 feet. Too long, and Payne is going to get the rebound. We're going to have a foul on Timber Turner. And it should be a 1-on-1 at the other end. Bailey Carson comes in for Kendra Moore. And Allison Skaggs also coming in. It'll be a 1-on-1. And it will be Brenna Payne shooting the front end here. Greenville made their first 3. They've missed the last 2. And Payne will get the first one. That will earn her the bonus. That is her 2nd point. Next one is also good. And it's down to an 8-point lead. Greenville hanging around here. Olivia Cruz gives it to Carson. Back to Cruz. Dribbles left side, bounces in the lane to Carson. Carson goes up for the shot, no good, and another foul on Greenville. That one's on number 5, Maddie Allen, and that is her third. And Blackburn will come back in as Bailey Carson hits the first one. And also Grayson Kirby coming in for the Donettes, get Brooklyn Klepsy. That is 5 points for Bailey Carson. Six. And we got a timeout called by Coach Blackburn with 2:02 to go in the first half. It's a 10-point lead, 24-14 for the Donettes. It is a full timeout, so we'll take a full break here, and we'll be back in 60 seconds on Current River Broadcast.
We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. We're for starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for doing as much as you possibly can on a Saturday and absolutely nothing on a Sunday. We're for building a life in Missouri and going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you build is protected, we're here for you. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we are Missouri for life.
I'm Lindsay Turner, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
All right, we got 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second quarter. Greenville had cut the Donettes lead to 8 points. A couple free throws by Carson, put it back up to 10. And it'll be Greenville basketball. 2 minutes, 2 seconds till halftime. Payne will inbound it, gets it into Miller. She gives it right back to Payne. Payne will bring it up against Timber Turner. Turner making her work. Now double team, pass up to Miller. Takes off, and her shot blocked by Allison Skaggs. Comes down in the hands of Timber Turner. Olivia Cruz stops about 15 feet out to Kirby. Now to Carson on the left wing. Cross court. Down low. Timber Turner takes it to the basket, and she traveled. Coach Epps told her to shoot it. She was wide open from about 4 feet, and she tried to take it in where she could get an angle on the backboard, but 4-foot shot's a pretty good shot when you're wide open. So after the turnover, inbounds pass comes into Looney. Looney double teamed. Cruz comes up from behind her, takes it away. Left-handed layup, good for Olivia Cruz. That's one thing that the Donettes are really good at, is coming off their man and coming up from behind somebody. And it ends up being a double team, and they get a steal a lot of times. And when it's in the back court like that, you've got a layup, and that's what happened that time. Looney passes to Payne. Payne's open underneath, missed the shot. And Timber Turner gets the rebound, and we're going to have a foul on Looney. That will be her second, and Greenville continues to pile up the fouls, and Carly Marler will come back in after the free throw by Turner. Be shooting 2. And Timber Turner with 2 points, her first trip to the line, and she makes the free throw. Marler back in, replacing Payne. Turner gets the friendly bounce on that one, it goes down. Donettes spreading that scoring around. Leading scorers, Olivia Cruz with 7, but they've got several with 4 and 5 and 6 points. Pass in the middle is going to be stolen by Turner. Gives it to Kirby. Kirby goes on the right side, shoots a layup and scores. (30-14). Donettes that quick go from 8 up to 16. And in the back court, we've got a tie ball. Another hell ball, and this one will go to Greenville. Now the Donettes were only up 8 just a few minutes ago. Now they're up by 16. turned up the defense a little bit, and it's turned into some easy baskets. Blackburn inbounds it to Looney. Looney gets it across the half line. Reverses, goes over towards the right side. Still got her dribble alive and loses it. And another tie ball. And this one will go to the Donettes as Timber Turner goes to the floor. And with 36 seconds left in the first half, it'll be Donettes ball. A little confusion at the scorer's table on whose ball it was. Greenville just got one, bringing the ball up the floor. Olivia Cruz gets a screen in the lane. Skaggs turns, shoots, and scores. Got that one in off the glass. 4 points for Skaggs. And the Donettes have really had balanced scoring here in the first half. Passes up to Marler. Gives it to Blackburn with 12 seconds to go in the half. And Kirby takes it away from her. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch, I think, off of Kirby's leg. A good play there by Grayson Kirby. As Blackburn actually reached back in and knocked it off of Kirby's leg. So it'll go to Greenville with 7.3 seconds to go. Maddie Eddington coming in. Maddie, a good defensive player, so coach puts her in here to guard Miller. And the inbounds pass is stolen by the Donettes. Pass ahead, Kirby right underneath, and she lays it in. Carson with the assist. And again, the Donettes looking up the floor. Got that hit up. And Carson with a good pass, and Kirby finishes off the first half with 2 points to give the Donettes a 20-point lead, 34-14. And like I said, with about a little over 2 minutes to go, they were only up 8, so they scored, let's see, it was 22. They scored 12 points in the last couple of minutes of that half to have a 20-point lead at halftime. Scoring for Greenville, Maddie Allen 4, Brenna Payne 3, 7 for Abby Hillis, and that is it. And they were 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the first half. The Donettes shot 17, made 14, folks. I was griping about their free throw shooting, which is their percentage is not good, but 14 out of 17 is fantastic. I'm just going to go down the line here and give the scoring, and you'll see how balanced the scoring is for the Donettes. Grayson Kirby had 5, Timber Turner 4, 6 for Bailey Carson, 7 for Olivia Cruz, 6 for Kendra Moore, and 4 for Allison Skaggs. So Olivia Cruz is leading with 7, and the Donettes have 34 total points, so that is really balanced scoring. Greenville in some foul trouble. Micah Adams has 3, Maddie Allen 3, and then they have Maddie Looney, Abby Hillis, and Laramie Blackburn all with 2 apiece. They committed a lot of fouls in that first half. Donettes don't have anybody with, well, Brooklyn Klepsik does have 2. Everybody else just has 1. So our halftime score, 34-14. We'll take about a 3 or 4 minute break, and we'll be back to talk a little bit about tomorrow night's game with the Eminence Red Wing and Jimbo Blackwell's return to Doniphan tomorrow night. We'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. Stay with us. Yeah.
That's a big guy. That's a hard guy to miss.
We're at halftime, folks, and the Doniphan Donettes lead the Greenville Lady Bears 34-14. They scored 12 points in the last couple of minutes to open up an 8-point, go from an 8-point lead to a 20-point lead here at halftime in this Ozark Foothills Conference game. I wanted to come on a couple of minutes early here and remind everybody again, in case you just tuned in or you didn't turn in earlier when you heard, tomorrow night the Donettes are playing a home game, not on the schedule. It's just one game, and the game will start. If you're coming, you need to be here by 6 o'clock because Jimbo Blackwell, former coach of the Donettes for like 13 or 14 years, is coming back to town, coach against the Donettes. He's the head coach of the Eminence Lady Red Wings. They have a good team. Going to be a big test for the Donettes tomorrow night, but they're also going to honor Jimbo before the game in some kind of ceremony, and probably for about 10 or 15 minutes, and I'm sure he'll probably speak. Looking for a big crowd here tomorrow night. The boys are playing down at Naylor. I got a feeling that this place will be packed, so if you're coming, you probably ought to get here a little bit early because there may not be a seat to be found, because I got a feeling there'll be a lot of people, maybe not even from Doniphan, who has known Jimbo for a long time. I used to play softball with Jimbo and against Jimbo for years. Great guy, great basketball coach, and this is his final season. He's calling it quits, and he has a good team. He's bringing them down here. I noticed on the roster he only has 7 players, but he's got a couple of 6'2" girls and a couple of 5'9", so they have a big team, but they are 8-2. They lost 2 games in I think it was a Mountain Grove Christmas, our holiday tournament, and they lost 2 back-to-back games. That's all they've lost all year. They have beaten Mountain View Liberty twice, and the Donettes lost to Liberty the other night, but they didn't play that well. I will say that. So the Donettes got their work cut out for them. But anyway, Jimbo coached from 1995 through 2008 here at Doniphan. He won 259 games and lost only 93. So 8 seasons with 20 wins or more out of those, 14 years. And he's well known around here. Of course, he's from here. So we're expecting a big crowd, and hope you can come out for that. If you can't, you'll be able to see the ceremony as well as the game tomorrow night. We're right here on Current River Broadcasting. But if you can, get out and get here to the gym tomorrow night to see that game. Donettes have 2 home games next week. They play Monday against Alton, and Thursday well, I forgot who they play on Thursday, but they've got 2 games next week at home. And the boys play at Naylor tomorrow night, then they're off until next Friday night. And they play a home game that's also homecoming. That'll be against East Prairie. So that'll be our next boys game here on YouTube. Donettes will play defense the first possession. Greenville sends out Payne, Marler, Allen. Shot, but they're going to say Turner fouled her down low with the body. And it'll be 2 shots for Maddie Allen. That's a nice play. Greenville run there the first trip down the floor. That is Turner's 2nd foul. Oh, no, they called it on Skaggs? He pointed at Timber Turner. Okay, well, they got Skaggs on the board, so Allen misses the first one. Second one bounces around and falls through. And she has 5 points now. Donettes back at the other end against the Greenville zone. And the ball is tipped out of bounds. Donettes will inbound over on the right sideline. Cruz dribbles to the left side, throws it back to Carson. Baseline to Turner, throws it cross court, Klepsik. She's tied up, out to Olivia Cruz for three, and it hits the back of the rim, goes up and falls in. That's 10 points for Olivia Cruz. She is the leading scorer for the Donettes. Payne will get it in the front court. Hands it off to Hillis. Passes right side to Allen. Now to Adams. Kicks it out in the corner to Marler. Marler over to Hillis. Hillis made the lone three-pointer in the first half for Greenville. Adams throws up a shot from the head of the key, no good. The ball comes back to her, puts it up again, no good. And Klepsik with the rebound. Gives it to Olivia Cruz. Cruz in the middle of the floor, ahead to Skaggs. Lost a handle on it, got it back, and gets inside the defense, puts it in, and she is fouled. That was nice there. She probably should have handled it right off the bat, but she lost a handle, but she didn't quit. She stayed with it. And that foul is on Abby Hillis. Now she's got 3 fouls. And Allison Skaggs will try to get a three-point play, and she does. Skaggs has got 7 points. Donettes back to the press. Greenville almost threw it away. It went over Payne's head, but Adams is standing right behind her. Pass up the floor. Payne loses a handle, gets it right before it goes out of bounds. Back to Adams, in the corner to Hillis. Hillis's pass is knocked away by Carson. Timber Turner's got it. Passes over on the right side to Cruz, down low to Carson. And she has to save it from going out of bounds. That was nice ball movement, but it was just a little bit too far out in front. And Cruz nails another three-pointer, this time from the head of the key. So she's hit 2 threes in a row, got 13, and the lead is 28. And the ball knocked away again. Allison Skaggs going to go over on the right side, put it up, no good. But she is fouled. And the Donettes press paying some dividends here in this third quarter. That foul is on Payne, and that is her first. And Greenville coach Scotty Blackburn is going to call a timeout. The Donettes have moved that lead up to 28 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter, 43-15. And it looks like a short one, so we'll just keep it here because we're part of the way through it already. Olivia Cruz has hit consecutive three-pointers, and the Donettes have scored 9 points already here. And it was a 2 3-point baskets and an old-fashioned three-point play by Allison Skaggs for the 9 points. And Greenville's made 1 free throw, so the lead has jumped up from 20 to 28 in 2 minutes of this third quarter. And it's going to be Allison Skaggs at the free throw line. She made 1 a while ago and finished off a 3-point play. She'll be shooting 2 here. And the shot is good. Maybe she's going to, since I was talking about her poor free throw shooting, she missed 1 in the first half, but she had made 2 in a row. And normally the announcer jinx will cause them to miss this one. But no, it goes in. I don't believe in jinx anyway. Allison with 9 points now. Payne in the back court, picks it up, gets it into the front court to Allen. Baseline to Hillis. Hillis probably needs to be looking to shoot more. She made a three-pointer. Adams with a nice turnaround and a pass to Hillis. I said she needs to shoot. She missed a three-pointer. Cruz ahead, Carson in on the left side, she lays it in. They caught Greenville sleeping again. They're just outrunning Greenville down the floor. And Cruz with a steal. Gives it to Turner, her shot up, and it's good. And it's 49-15. Donettes pouring it on here in the third quarter. The first 2 or 3 minutes of the third quarter is always so important in a game. And a lot of times if you've got a lead, a big lead, you don't build on that. And the Donettes almost with another steal. Adams is going to put it up from 15, no good. And Bailey Carson with a rebound. Donettes running again. Carson down the left side, stops on the wing. Olivia Cruz over to Klepsik. Klepsik drives in the lane, ball knocked away from her, and I think it goes off her leg out of bounds. But if you've got a big lead, sometimes you get a little complacent, but the Donettes have built on it here. And a lot of times the team is able to come back, just like the Dons game the other night when they were down 14 at the half. Outscored Liberty 38-12 in the second half and won by 9 points after trailing by 14 at halftime. Marler's shot's blocked by Skaggs, but it goes right into the hands of Payne. And we're going to have a foul as Payne driving in. I think she tripped over Timber Turner's foot. And that wasn't intentional, but it is a foul. And we got a line change for the Donettes. Starters go out. McKenna Monahan, Emily Davis, Maddie Eddington, Grayson Kirby, and Kendra Moore come in. So basically the Donettes have 5 guards out there right now. And bounce pass comes to Allen. 4:20 to go in the third quarter. Marler dribbles to the baseline. She's cut off, hands it to Adams. She gets caught under the basket. Nice pass to Payne, but she missed the shot. And another held ball. And this one is going to the Donettes. (49-15). 4 minutes and 5 seconds left, third quarter. Kirby bounces free throw line to Eddington. Kicks it out to Moore. Moore dribbles into the paint, ball knocked away. She gets it back, but they're going to call a travel. I thought she had actually lost it and it come right back to her. But Donettes maintain this lead into the fourth quarter. We'll have a running clock. We had one in the JV game. Payne, head of the key to Adams. She runs off and leaves the ball, but she gets it back in the corner. Allen, jumper up and good. And it's a 2 for Maddie Allen. She's got 7 now. And it's 49-17. They put the score up on the wrong side. And I don't think they caught that yet. Grayson Kirby's going to launch a three-pointer. It's no good. Eddington with the offensive rebound. And she's going to be fouled by Payne. And they still haven't caught that score. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be 49-17. Foul was on the floor. And bounce pass comes to Eddington. Out to Davis, back in the corner. Kirby, wide open 3, no good. And Payne with the rebound, and she's going to be fouled from behind. That one's going to be on Monahan. And I think the Greenville scorekeeper's looking up, going to the scores table right now. I think it's 49-17. They got 51-15. They put it on the Donette side. And they're getting ready to correct it, I believe. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Adams dribbling out front. Passes it to Abby Hillis. Hillis hands it off to Allen. Allen lane to the basket and throws it in off the glass. (49-19). They still got 51 up there. I'm not sure the Donettes are not supposed to have 49, but they'll get it straightened out. Kirby with a nice drive, missed the layup. And Hillis gets the rebound, and she's tied up by Kendra Moore. And again, Donettes are good at reaching in there and getting the tie-up. Let's see. We had Kylie Hawkins checked in there while I wasn't looking. Now they got it right. It's 49-19. 2.5 minutes left, third quarter. I don't know, Hawkins came in for Monahan. She come in for Monahan. Hillis out front to Allen. to Adams. Adams goes to the baseline, goes up, no good, and the ball saved by Eddington. Nice job ahead to Hawkins. Hawkins goes down, lays it up and in. Kylie Hawkins with her first two. Good job by Maddie Eddington there to save that before it went out of bounds and got that hit up again, looking up the floor. Payne gives it to Hillis. Hillis fakes the three, takes it in, and we're going to have a foul. And it'll be a shooting foul. Kendra Moore will pick that one up. As we have Maddie Looney getting ready to check back in for Greenville. Abby Hillis at the line shooting a couple. Hillis with 7 points. And her free throw rattles out on her. But Looney comes in. Also, Natalie Miller. Marler and Payne will check out. Hillis gets the second one, so she has 8 points now. Allen is leading them with 9. Kirby dribbles out front. On the right side goes to Moore. Moore dribbles baseline, goes in, puts a shot up, no good, and another foul on Greenville. And I think that's going to be on Hillis again, and if it is, that's her 4th. So Hillis has got 4. Adams and Allen still only have 3. And Kendra Moore will shoot 2 shots. Both teams have 4 team fouls this half. Moore eyes it up and knocks it down. That is 7 points for Moore. She has made 5 free throws. Hillis goes to the bench. And Carly Marler back in. Moore does the same thing every time, and that's what good free throw shooters usually do, and she makes both of them. And she is up to 8 points now. It is 53-20. 1:35 to go, third quarter. Adams will put it on the floor. Gives it to Allen. Now they get it over to Miller. Back to Looney at the head of the key. Back to Allen, head of the key now to Miller now. Miller going to dribble into the paint, kick it back out to Adams. Adams makes a move, puts a shot up, and it's good. Micah Adams, her first bucket. Emily Davis handling it for the Donettes, excuse me. And Grayson Kirby, long three-pointer, and it's good. She got 8 points. She scored 16 in the first game, so she's got 24 total points tonight. Adams hands it off to Allen. Hits Looney at the head of the key. Looney goes to the elbow, passes it to Allen. She's open from about 12 feet, no good. And Maddie Eddington with the rebound. Brings it into the front court quickly. Hands it to Kirby. She's open again, another 3. That one's on the line, but it's short. And Maddie Eddington hustling there trying to save it, but it goes out of bounds. So with 29 seconds left, Greenville will have the ball. Donettes lead by 34. In the JV game, Coach Epps got to play all of his kids, and in the JV game, all of his JV players scored as well. And he's going to get, some of them's going to get in this game before it's over as well. Adam bounces it to Marler. Marler into the paint, puts it up to the left hand, no good. Ball tipped back out, picked up by Adams with 5 seconds. She's going to fire up a 3, and it banked it in. Now Adams hits a bank 3 from out front right before the buzzer. So that's the end of the third quarter, and the Donettes with a 31-point lead, 56-25 over the Greenville Lady Bears. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with fourth quarter action.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
All right. Point lead. This is Keith Bowman back at Doniphan High School as we start the fourth quarter. Donettes with the ball. Bounce down low. Hawkins had it, lost it, and she had an easy one waiting for her if she'd have got her hands on that one. She got her hands on it, but she didn't handle it cleanly. Allen, Adams, Marler, Miller, and Looney on the floor for Greenville. Looney with it, hands it to Marler. Marler hits Adams. He steps out towards the three-point line, up front to Allen. Allen spins into the paint. Nice move. Shot won't go. And an offensive rebound by Miller. Her shot comes up short. It's still loose, and Grayson Kirby picks it up for the Donettes. Kirby right up the gut. Goes down, stops, and pops, and she gets fouled. And she'll get a couple of shots. Fouls on number 10, Carly Marler. That's her third. They're probably going to have some kids foul out in this quarter because they're getting a lot of them with 3. Abby Hillis is the only one with 4, but Grayson Kirby with 8 points. Steps to the free throw line and missed the first one. That's the first miss here in the second half. Donettes were 5 of 5. And McKenna Monahan getting ready to check in for Kirby if she can make this second free throw. Clock running here, 31-point lead, and makes the second. So Kirby comes out with 9 points. And it's 57-25. That'll be a quick quarter if we can keep it above 30 points here. Right now it's a 32-point lead. Donettes have Eddington, Klepsig, Hawkins, Davis, and Monahan on the floor. Miller bounces in the corner to Allen. Allen dribbles back out front, hands it to Adams. Adams hands it to Looney. Looney dribbles into the paint. Over to Allen. Had an open shot, didn't take it. Decides to drive and turns to her right and banks it in off the glass. So Allen now has 11 points. First player in double figures for Greenville. Monahan out front to Klepsig. Free throw line wide open. Eddington didn't take it, and their ball's knocked away from behind. They're picked up by Miller, and then Monahan ties her up. And the ball's going to go back to Greenville as we have Allison Skaggs and Timber Turner coming back in. Kylie Hawkins and Maddie Eddington check out. The lead is at 30 right now, and the clock is running. If it gets under 30, the clock will stop on dead balls. Adams guarded by Monahan, and she throws it, and it's saved. Good save here by Allen. She throws it wildly out front, but there to pick it up is Marler. Gives it to Miller in the lane, and we're going to have a foul, I believe, on Timber Turner. That's her third. Neither team in the bonus yet. So Greenville will inbound under their basket. And Brenna Payne coming back in the game for Miller. 4:45 to go in the game. And Payne looking for somebody to throw it to. Gets it into Allen. Allen takes it in. Shot no good. But she is fouled. And the clock will run, but if she makes one of these free throws, it will stop. If she makes the first one, it will stop until the ball goes back into play. Kendra Moore coming to the scores table to check in. Maddie Allen makes the free throw. She's had a pretty good game. She got 12 points to lead the Lady Bears. Klepsig checks out. Kendra Moore in for the Donettes. And the clock stops with 4:16 to go. Allen makes both. 13 points now, and it's a 28-point lead, 57-29. Moore left wing, gets it to Skaggs at the free throw line. Turn, drops it off underneath the Turner, takes one dribble, goes up, and she's fouled. And again, you get the high post, and looking down low for a cutter coming off the baseline, and Turner was open. Coming from the left side, she went over on the right side. And the foul was called on Looney, her third. And Timber Turner makes the first one. Abby Hillis coming back in for Looney. Turner with 7 now, and this whole game the Donettes have balanced. They only have one player in double figures, but some more with 9. Second free throw, no good. Payne with the rebound. 58-29. Moore knocks it away, and she's going to be whistled for a foul. And that will be the 16th foul. Both of them are going to have, both teams will have 6 now. So if we have any more fouls, we'll have free throws. Clock stopped right now with 4:02 to go. Micah Adams with the ball. Guarded by Monahan. Number 2 on number 2. Bounces at baseline to Marler. Adams cuts to the basket, puts up the shot, no good. And the ball is going to be out of bounds off of Payne. Go back to the Donettes with 3:48 to play in the game. Davis dribbles to the head of the key, passes to Monahan. In the lane, Turner, turnaround jumper, good for Timber Turner. That puts the Donettes back up, and that gives Turner 9 points now. The Donettes have like 3 or 4 players with 9 points. 60-29, Payne dribbles through a double team, hands it to Hillis. Back out front to Adams, right side, Allen. Open three-pointer, no good. Payne with the offensive rebound, puts it up, and we're gonna have a foul on Kendra Moore. And the clock is still running. It's a 31-point lead, but Payne will go to the free throw line. That is Moore's third foul. Greenville shot pretty well from the free throw line. Payne has got 4 points all from the free throw line, as we have Kenzie Reedus and Maddie Eddington back in, and Skaggs and Turner will check out. And Payne will make both free throws. 5 points all from the line. 2.5 minutes left in the game, 60-31 Donettes. Moore, head of the key. Monahan tried to hit Maddie Eddington at the free throw line, passed a little bit high, and Abby Hillis picks it up for Greenville. Adams picks it up. And McKenna Monahan knocked it away, and she's got it on the floor, throws it ahead. Eddington is going in on the left side, little hesitation move, and she is fouled by Payne. And Payne's, I could read her lips, she said all ball, but you got to remember if you hit him with the body, it's a foul as well. And she definitely hit her, but down low with the body. And that will put Maddie Eddington at the free throw line. And she will shoot 2. Eddington with 2 points in the game. Free throw is good. And Looney comes back in for Greenville, and she replaces Adams. And Grayson Kirby getting ready to check in for the Donettes. Lead back up to 30, so the clock running with 1:45 to go. Eddington's next one off to the right side. Hillis with the rebound. Allen guarded by Reedus, passes to Payne, right wing. Out front to Marler. Back in the corner to Allen, drops it off underneath to Payne. Payne goes baseline. Kendra Moore knocks the ball out of her hands. And they call a technical foul on somebody. I think they called it on Payne. The ball was going to Greenville. Yeah, they called that on Brenna Payne, a technical foul. So the Donettes will shoot a couple of free throws. Greenville was going to have the ball, which they may. I'm not sure if they'll get it back or not. Emily Davis is going to shoot the 2 free throws. Payne was mad at the other end because she thought she got all ball And Emily Davis steps up there and knocks the free throw down. I read her lips. She said, "Oh, ball" on that block, but she got her down low with the body. You can see her bumper. Oh, that one rims out for Emily Davis. Let's see. I believe everybody has scored that has played in the varsity game except Kenzie Reedus, but she just got in there. And in the JV game, everybody scored. So Coach Blackburn's still trying to get an explanation from the official. It would have been Greenville's ball underneath their own basket. So Payne must have said something. So the Donettes inbound it. Monahan gives it to Kirby. Kirby over on the right side, Davis down low, Eddington. Eddington dribbles under the basket, hands it to Monahan, jumper no good. And Hillis with the rebound. 50 seconds to go. Donettes have them doubled at 62-31. So Maddie Allen will walk it up. Out at the volleyball line. Waits on her teammates, gets set up. Gives it to Looney. Head of the key to Marler. Marler traveled with it. And the clock running with 27 seconds to go. Donette's going to get that win to go to 10-3 on the season. I don't know. Coach Blackburn may be wanting to get a technical. I don't know. He sure is trying awful hard. Kirby gives it to Davis in the lane to Reedus. It's knocked away and stolen by Greenville. And then we got another tie ball. Good defensive play by Emily Davis. And that's going to do it. Our final score, the Donettes win 62-31 over the Greenville Lady Bears. Go to 10-3 on the season. We'll quickly run down the scoring here. Micah Adams, 5. 13 for Maddie Allen, 5 for Brenna Payne, 8 for Abby Hillis. And they were 6 of 8, 11 of 15 from the free throw line. The Donettes in that half were 9 of 12 and were 23 of 29. Great free throw shooting by the Donettes. Just going to go down the line again. Grayson Kirby with 9, Emily Davis 1, Timber Turner 9, Bailey Carson 8, Olivia Cruz 13, Maddie Eddington 3, Kendra Moore 8, Allison Skaggs 9, and Kylie Hawkins 2. And don't forget everybody, because tomorrow night, if you can't make it, tune in. We'll be honoring Jimbo Blackwell as he brings his Eminence Lady Red Wings down to play the Donettes. That's not on the schedule. So if you can't be here, tune us in tomorrow night. The ceremony will be at 6 o'clock. The ball game will be about 6:30. Only one game tomorrow night against Jimbo Blackwell's Eminence Lady Red Wings for the Donettes. Donettes win 62-31 and go to 10-3 on the season. So that's going to wrap it up for tonight. And make sure you join us again tomorrow night for more Donettes basketball. This is Keith Bowman for Current River Broadcasting. Good night, everybody.